Hi everybody. So on today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I use my templates to create custom designs for the Harbor Freight axe and the Stanley box cutter templates that I offer. You want to start off by first opening up Lightburn. Next, you want to go to File, Import, and import the specific template that you're working with. In my case, I have them in My Templates, and I will be working with the Harbor Freight axe template today. Once you do that, I like to scale things down just so that they're within my working area. You don't have to, doesn't really matter. You scale things down towards the end. Afterwards, I have this. I like to ungroup them and work on one side at a time. You can work on them at the same time if you want. I'll hit the letter P for like Peter, and that'll bring everything to the middle. Remember that because that's really helpful a little bit later. Afterwards, I will ungroup everything and zoom in, and I will be changing the colors of each of these bold lines just to separate them. So doing this, I'm going to change that to 01, and I will hide that. Next, I will do this to 02, and then I'll hide that. The reason I do this is because sometimes when trying to work on one of these, it won't let you click on the inner one. Kind of fights you. So doing it this way, it makes it a little bit easier just to hide stuff, and you click on the middle stuff, and it's a little bit easier to work with. This is a three border design. The number one blue border in this case is what I use as the framing border. So what I do is once I have the design ready to go, I will highlight, like I just did, the blue. I will go to laser and hit frame. Once I have the focal length correct, and I'll frame it to where the X sits just inside of this. What this does is my design's going to be perfectly square, and when I'm ready to engrave, I'll go back in and I will turn off show and output. That way, all that it's engraving is whatever design I have on the inside, and then this outside border. This gives it a really nice look, and make sure everything lands where it's supposed to. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to hide this guy as well because I don't want to see it. And you can see there's two different lines here. You want to click on the inner line. If it's not letting you click on either one, you want to right click and ungroup. Sometimes what you'll see is you'll see this where you try to click on the inside and it clicks and it highlights both sides. That just means that it's grouped. So you want to right click, ungroup, and after you do that, you want to click on just the inner. When you click on just the inner, you want to right click and hit copy and just put it off to the side. For now, it's going to come out filled up just like that, which is what you want. And I will hover over all of this and hit the letter P so that it's in a, whenever you hit that, it'll always send things to like the middle. And it doesn't matter if it's not perfectly centered, you just want to make sure that it's always going to go to the middle no matter what, to the same spot. Next, what you want to do is you want to bring in whatever artwork you're working with. In this case, I'm going to use Frag Out Designs scroll that I purchased just because he does really, really good work. And it will work perfect for this. Where is it? Frag Out Artwork, Scroll Work, and I will find a scroll design that'll work for this. Let's go with this guy. So I like to work with the Adobe Illustrator ones, just because it makes it really easy to work with. After it loads up, I will zoom out and move it out of the way. So not everybody's going to have these exact files, so you just bring in whatever artwork you want to work with. I'm deleting this since it's not needed. Actually, I want to use that top right piece. Sorry, top left piece. And since I ungrouped everything earlier, I want to right click and group it, regroup it. And I usually do this twice just to make sure it's grouped. Hit the letter P, that'll send it to the middle. Doesn't quite fill this up, so I'm gonna rotate it, and do this. So my next step is I'm going to change the color of the artwork just so that I'm able to differentiate it again. And there's fill. I'm going to hide it and zoom in. Click on the inner line. Hold the key Shift and then unhide your artwork. Click on it. Then you want to hit this button here. That's your Boolean key. What that does is it intersects the two, and whatever's on the outside gets deleted. As you can see, that's what you want to see right there. Looks a little funky because it's inverted. I will highlight everything, hit the letter P for Peter. After you do that, you click on this guy, hit the letter P, and now you can kind of see how it's supposed to look. Sometimes, for whatever reason, things get moved a tiny bit. So what I like to do is get it to where, sorry, this isn't cooperating. Click on this, and I will move it just a tiny bit to where it's supposed to sit. Yeah, at some point there, this wasn't centered properly, so I apologize for this. But there, that's about right. So I just move the Y position to where it sits where it's supposed to sit. You can kind of see here. Is it still kind of low? No, it's pretty good. Maybe a tiny bit up. Get it to where it looks pretty good. Yeah. Next, I will go and change this back to black. And you can see that looks really good. Fill, fill, and show everything. I'll change this to black as well. And then when you group this, it's ready to engrave. Again, the blue is hidden, but that's what I use as my framing border, just so I get the axe where it's supposed to be. After it's ready to where it's supposed to be, I will make sure to hit unclick the output so it doesn't shoot power there and show. And then this is what I'm actually engraving. And when you engrave this, it's going to give you a really nice border around the edge, and the innermost looks really good. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, leave me comments or anything, shoot me a DM. You can find me here on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Etsy. Yeah, any questions, man, feel free to reach out. Thank you.